exciting. Alright, well, welcome everybody to SCBE106 Orientation Seminar on the Journey Club by Khwan. Special edition, alright. So today we have our special guest. He needs no introductions. Dr. Patompong Jinda. Another round of applause. As everybody knows, Dr. Khwan is the Director of the Resources and Environmental Biology International Programs here at Macquarie University. But he also many things. But believe it or not, once upon a time, he also was once my teacher. So today it is an honor to have him here, sharing with us his journey and his passion and what he's up to now. Alright, Ajahn Khwan,
Sawasdee krab. And well, just for your information that this session is being recorded and it will be broadcast on YouTube. So behave. On my channel, of course. Well, this is a part of Journey Club, SCBE106, and usually Ajahn Khwan hosts a talk where he invites people, scientists from different fields, okay, and they come here to share background and their journey, okay, where they came from and where they're heading. Right. So this is about my journey. It's going to be all about me, me and me. So normally I don't talk much about myself.
I know. So that's why this is special.
All right, and well, the last time that we were here like 3 or 4 years ago, and I ended my talk with this presentation, this slide. I'm not sure if you remember. Well, this slide show exactly who I am and how I feel. I'm not sure how you feel about this picture, but well, this is me. Okay, and well, this is how my daily life is, and Ajahn Khwan's life is pretty much the same. We are lecturer at Macquarie University, and this is taken before the renovation, right? All right, next please. But of course, I have, can you? Well, you know that we are also working in a lab. We have good teachers. Ajahn Prayat was my lecturer. Ajahn Ekachai was my colleague, and we also have good students. Okay, next please. Q&A session come afterward. Thank you. But we also have community service. Can you please put it back one by one, please? Do you remember who she is? Ajahn Tirapon. Yeah, I think that, yeah, the short hair. Well, this was when we went to MCOT channel 9 to be the scientist for the game show. Okay, next please. Well, I also provide service to public companies, private companies, right here. Next, please. I'm giving talk to Porsche, okay, the Porsche owner, the Porsche Club Thailand. Okay, next, please. But I also have, of course, like everybody else, I have friends that I share food. One by one, please. That I share experience. Well, this is my friend that I eat street food. Next, please. Well, these are my parents. We enjoyed eating food, like in, out. Next, please. I enjoyed shopping on the street. You know, street market is not something unusual, but I also enjoy something free when I shopping. So next, please. Well, of course, everybody like something, you know, to splurge sometime from time to time. Next, please. I enjoy eating. So is everybody else, I guess. I enjoy traveling, and these are where I got my inspiration from dessert. Okay, from dessert to desert. And next, please. Okay, I went to the South Pole, the North Pole. Next, please. And I also got invited to be a part of something that we don't really want to. Well, we were somewhat involved. Like in this case, this happened when we had the incident that one company, one gasoline company, they had the oil spilled Okay, I think it happened like 4 or 5 years ago, and there was a big thing that the eastern part of Thailand will be destroyed. You know, nobody dare to eat the seafood from that part anymore. Tourism will die off and so on. So at that time, nobody wanted to come out because it was, well, it is a big company, you know, and nobody want to touch them. Okay, next please. But that was the starting point that somehow my name appeared to be in the public area, that they know who I am, what I'm doing, and then I got invited to different platforms, including when they have this smart entrepreneur, like for exporting and talking about products from Thailand. Next please. And then I was involved in the production of the spa product, okay, brand Brimalai. Next please. And well, that led to events after events, starting from formal to informal, party after party. Next please. And then I start to involve more in like private sectors. Okay, next. I was invited to join cooking club from time to time. Next please. I also invited to join events like that, okay, when we talk about perfumery. Next. And yes, of course, then I had my first product, and it was under the brand Brimalai, where I worked as creative director. Okay, next please. Yes, and that brought me and my name to the spotlight in this business more and more. Next. Then, well, in this case, I got invited to give an interview for a magazine, a Thai magazine. I think that was, I thought it was going to be like a short interview, but that piece of interview took about, well, 10 pages. Okay, in the magazine like that, it's not little, I would say. Next, please. And yes, I enjoy traveling, but I travel in style. Everything had to be prepared. And everything does not happen by accident, I would say. The dress or the gown that you see here has been prepared or designed 2 years in advance of my trip. Okay, 2 years in advance. And temperature at that time was -40. Okay, -40, and I had to hike about 4 hours before I reached that point with that gown, by the way. Next, please. And yeah, upon my traveling, I also went to perfumery. Okay, this was taken in France. Next, please. Then I went to Spain to explore more like perfumery in different countries. Next, please. And well, at that time, I was kind of proud of my collection. This was when I started working at Mahidol. So after I came back from the US, this was my collection. At that time, I thought that, oh, that's a lot already. So I think that, but this is more than you need, for sure. Okay, this is more than a person can finish in a lifetime. And yeah, I was kind of proud of myself. And I was like, yeah, this is me. But then, next please. I joined this group, okay, called Thailand Fragrance Lover. This is the beginning of disaster. Next, please. You know, when I finished my PhD, just like most of doctorate, we believe that we know it all. That happened to everyone. We call the doctorate syndrome or PhD syndrome or disorder, whatever you call it. We know it all. We think that we have everything, we know everything. But then, like I said, once I joined the Thailand Fragrance Lover, things happen downhill. I knew that when what I have is not enough, or what I know is not enough. Okay, next please. And then I start to share what I have, share what I own with the public more on my YouTube channel, and this is my YouTube channel. I have right now 1.2k followers, subscribers, but if you look into the views and especially the engagement, I have more than 70% engagement. So I think that good enough, you know. Some people say that, oh, you should pay to get sponsored. I said, no, I don't need that, because the point that I am having my YouTube here is not to get money, to get paid for anything, but I want to make sure that the knowledge or things that I know is out there. Just in case somebody is interested, then they can get into this information, and it seems to be somewhat okay by now. Thank you. So, from the point that I joined the Thailand Fragrance Lover, I found out that what I had was really nothing. Okay, so next please. Next. Okay, so you can see here, these are from the collection of friends on that group. They are like big fans. Like here, remember this name, Khun Saipan. I'm not sure if you have heard about her name, SP Saipan. I think that she is the #1 in Thailand. Like she has, she said in one of the interviews, she said that she has like 3,000 bottles of perfume. 3,000. And well, these are her collection. I'm not sure if you know these. Well, these are from Kilian or by Kilian. These cost maybe 30 or 40,000 baht a bottle. A bottle. So
how long do these bottles last?
Forever. Okay. Before that, this is another brand called Zoologist, and this is a very, very interesting brand. As a biologist, you know, Zoologist, a perfume. Would it smell like zoo? Well, we'll find out. But anyway, these are something interesting that I found out that I really know nothing, or at least I don't know enough when it comes to perfumery. Next, please. Well, and that was just my introduction. So, next, please. So today we are going to talk about scent and sensibility. Have you ever heard the novel called Sense and Sensibility?
I've heard of it, but I've never read it.
Okay, the novel is written by Jane Austen. Okay, so I play with the word sense and sensibility. I turn it to scent and sensibility. Next, please. So let's start with the definition. What is scent? So scent is basically a substance that you can smell, okay, or perceive by your olfactory part of your brain. So you know what smell it is, and that's it. But when it comes to sensibility, it is about the quality, character, emotional, aesthetic influences that it has on you. Next, please. So that's why in this class, and I believe that it's going to be all classes in BE class, that we try to engage emotions in our class and we learn from each other. I'm just going to be here in front for about maybe half an hour, and after that we will follow with the Q&A session. At that point we will learn from each other, and at the same time we will also learning by doing. But before we start the activity, these are something that you should know. Well, these are something that we call fragrance wheel. Okay, usually when we talk about fragrance wheel, like I know that Ajahn Khwan likes floral.
Yes.
Okay, and maybe guys, you might like something woodsy. You know, girls might like something fruity or floral. But there are other descriptions. And just for your information, when we talk about fragrances and scent, it's hard to describe, even more than flavor or taste, because what I smell might not be the one that you smell. You know, when I say, oh, this smells like strawberry, but when I give it to you, I say, no, it smells like milk or something. We don't know your background. We don't know what you have put in your brain from your childhood. So this might be something different from one person to one person. So next, please. But in general, okay, when we talk about perception of scent, you can see that, well, when we talk about floral, like flowers, usually people say that, well, it's more feminine. But when it comes to the woodsy notes, people say it's more masculine. But you know that lately, like about 20 years ago, scientists invented perfume in a genre called gumong. And gumong means food. Okay? Perfume that smells like food. Once I asked my mother about this, and she asked, why do you want to smell like food? Well, you'll find out about this by yourself. Next, please. So, if you have a phone, please scan. We have an activity today, and we'll start with 1. Okay. Go to this one, then hold EV. Yes, okay.
Wait.
Can we go back?
Just pull. Okay. Yes, thank you. We'll start off with something easy. Sure. You can. All right, just wait a moment. So it's polev.com/pahon_k999.
Exciting.
This is a perfume that is, well, Kun Pitha said that it's his personal scent. Have you ever tried?
No. Can we say the brand? Or?
I don't know. Yeah, you can. Yeah, we can. This is my channel.
Okay.
Well, but we can talk about this later. So we are going to.
Acqua.
Can you smell it? Yes or no? Sure. It's all over. Can you smell it? Well, I have already given you the clue. Well, can you please put in here your response? What does the scent, well, this is scent A, what does it remind you of?
Wait, but
Like, the thing is just.
it says waiting for Khwan 999.
Oh, can you activate on the upper right?
Can I get the link? Oh, there we go.
The link is here. So the first question, what does this scent remind you of? There's no correct or wrong answer, no right or wrong, just how you feel. This one is called Oud, just Oud, from Acqua di Parma. Okay, and it's Italian. You know what oud is? Oud is not oud, camel. No, oud in this case is Micrisana, okay, Aquaria, plant. So it's woodsy for sure. But bouquet, we got flowers. See? Now you see. Even though that is oud and it's masculine, you know, Kun Pitha, well, you know, Kun Pitha is, right? And he used this scent. Well, that's the first one.
Only once, right?
Okay, can you move to the next question? What is the color of this scent? I think the scent is still in the air. What is the smell of this scent? Can you activate it?
It is the color.
I can see a bias here because you can see a bottle. But well, just pretend like you don't see the bottle. Color. What is the color of this scent? Interesting. Okay, let's move on to the third one, please, because we have a number of bottles today. The third question, which sex or gender is best suited for this scent? Well, this is what we call sensibility. Okay. Feminine, female. See, that's interesting. All right. So, are you ready for scent B? This one is more difficult because I've changed the bottle.
I like this one.
You get it? Not yet?
It feels like something.
It's everywhere. Can you smell it? Not yet.
So fruity. Oh, thank you. This is my kind of.
Well, see? All right, so let's start with the next question, please. So this is scent B. Okay. With the same question, same set of question, what does it remind you of? Your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your grandma, your grandpa, whatever. What do you think? Cotton candy. All right. Like I said, there's no right or wrong answer in this case, but your participation is expected. Okay, then let's move on to the next question, please. So we're moving faster, so we have a chance to try it and talk more. Again, what is the color of this scent? You know, normally when we analyze the scent, it takes like half an hour per scent, but since we don't have enough time really, so I try to squeeze in as much as I can. But you can explore more when you go to, like, in your second year, we have a class called Aesthetics of Fragrance and Flavor. So you have a chance to try all these like every week. All right, and next question, please. Sex or gender that is best suited. Why is it important? Well, think about this. We are now talking as consumer, right? But what if one day you have to be in the R&D section? You have to produce products. So you have to think about this in both ways. All right. Well, and this one is called Delina Exclusif. Okay, Delina Exclusif. D-E-L-I-N-A. Okay, Delina Exclusif. So in case if you like it, you can then follow which one we are talking about and testing. All right, so let's move on to the third one. This is a little bit more difficult. Okay, this is okay, so what do you think? And this one is more conceptual. Okay, this one is from the brand Comme de Garcons. So you know the brand is very like abstract in many ways. And this one is Comme de Garcons Odeur 53. Maybe a name of the friend. Han, H-A-N, Han. Gua, Hang Gua, Lo Hang Guai. Lo Hang Guai. ที่กินจับเลี้ยง Hang Gua. Yeah, Chinese medicine. Alright, coffee, sour. Alright, next please. With the same scent, what is the color of this scent? It's not easy. Yep, but well, as expected from Comme des Garcons, Odeur 53. And when I tell you about this scent afterward, you'll be even more surprised. Okay. Okay, next please. Okay, which gender? You know, just like your friends come to you and ask, oh, is it smell good? Does it smell interesting? You know, one person have, of course, different opinion from others for sure. None. That's fine. That's fine. All right. So, out of these three, what is your most favorite scent, A, B, or C? Green Pita. Now you remember just by the name of the guy instead of the name of the perfume. Well, this is how it works. Because you have connection. You start to connect name, personality with the scent. None. Oh, that's okay too. That's fine.
Why does mine doesn't go up? Why is it not going up? Just happy.
I think the question is also interesting. Like, most favorite scent, it doesn't mean the scent for me or the scent for somebody, right?
Yep. Favorite scent can be a scent for you to have on yourself, or the scent that you want to smell from girlfriend, boyfriend, your home, or anywhere. It can be interpreted in many ways. Now, the third one, Comme des Garcons, Odeur 53, is inspired by pollution. If you follow, and no, can you go back to the PowerPoint presentation, please? So that Comme des Garcons number 3, okay, the scent C, okay, actually is inspired by pollution, by sewage in the city, something urban, okay. If you smell, actually you can smell like a burnt tire. You can smell chemicals, laundry, trash, a lot of things, and they turn it into perfume. Who would buy it? Well, there are people, well, including me, who buy this kind of thing. Yes.
What do you think is the target demographic for the last perfume?
You know, people like to wear in terms of maybe bags, clothes, even perfume. Good one, but it has to be different. That's the point. How would you distinct yourself or distinguish, like make yourself separate from others? Make sure that it's different from others, like nobody else. It's very artful. Okay, it's very artsy. Okay, so the PowerPoint, please. Okay, next one. That's why, you know, we have seen the connection between Pita and Oud. The scent A, you can see now, because when we talk about reflection, reflection is something that when you like give feedbacks, but usually reflection is more than feedback, because reflection also comes with emotion. And in this case, if you have created emotion, connections in your brain, you can reflect better, and in the long run, you can memorize and keep in your memory much longer. That's why people prefer to study in a coffee shop for a reason. Okay, next please. Now, let's get more technical. When we talk about scent, normally when we talk about feminine or masculine. You can see here on the left, these are profiles of perfume that have been identified as female scent. On the right, you can see like lavender. You don't see much lavender. You don't see lavender at all on the left. Even though lavender is flower, is floral, but lavender somehow is put together with masculinity for a reason for that. And well, besides, we have technical terms like chypre, oriental, fougere, and so on, where we will be talking about this more in later classes, like the aesthetics for fragrance and flavor. Next, please. But you know, when we talk about scent, it does not only contain one chemicals. It has a lot of things, like when you cook, you put salt, you put sugar, you put lime, you put a lot of things in there. Just like in perfumery, we have groups of scent that go together or not together, depends how you want to create your smell. Okay, next please. And normally when we talk about scent as a beginner, you can say, oh, this is sweet, this is fruity, this is green. As a beginner, that's fine. But as a scientist, we talk more in detail, like you developed deeper or wider vocabularies. Like here you can see we have minty, musty, melon, meaty, honey, and so on. But these are examples of vocabularies that we try to use as descriptors. Yes?
I'm curious on the meaty scents. What does meaty smell like? Does it smell like meat?
Yes. Oh yeah. In fact, you know, last summer, I just came back from my world tour. I stopped by one of the shop and the smell, one of the smell got inspired by, well, from smegma. Do you know what smegma is? Search. Google for it and then you know what it is? Well, S-M-E-G-M-A. Smegma. Well, yeah, a perfume got inspired by the scent of smegma, and well, if you look for design of the bottle, it's even more interesting. But anyway, there are here. This is interesting. Odorless perfume that doesn't have smell. Well, we have a trend for the minimalist. You wear nothing, but you wear something. Just like girls, when you try to put makeup on, like natural look, makeup without makeup, that kind of thing.
What do you mean by makeup without makeup? Because without makeup, I think it's just no makeup at all.
Well, us girls, they know how to put makeup on without, you know, people looking at them like they're wearing something. There are tricks for that. Okay, next please. And here, wait. Well, you can see that when you get deeper into the descriptors of perfumery, you can see that we actually use terms from food. You can see here we use peach, hazelnut, pine, and a lot of things from food. So I would say that if you enjoy eating food, it's not too difficult for you to enjoy scent as well. Okay, next please. But what is more surprising is, well, once I got invited to, well, a play, okay, where they actually use scent to be a part of the play. And this was, I think, at Langsit, somewhere. I don't remember, sorry. But yes, next please. The play is called Movies. So it's about a ghost, murder, and so on. So in this case, they have perfume that scent the scene. Okay, they have scent for each scene. And surprisingly, this has not been set up by a scientist, not by a flavorist, but rather by an artist. Where, you know, on the other hand, I think that scientists should do this better, but not really. Next, please. So that's why I have another class. Like I said, 255, SCBE185, that we talk about fragrance and flavor. And this are, well, some of my zoologist collection. So when we talk about zoo, I'm not sure if you can see this picture.
Some.
Is a T-Rex.
Wait, how do you get the scent from T-Rex?
You read. You read and then you try to find out where, how they live, their personalities, and then you recreate scent of T-Rex.
Yes, but I'm very curious because
Okay.
T-Rex is an animal that has been extinct for many
Exactly, but we have fossils. Yep.
Yes, but fossils are just bones, and except for the rare time that.
But that's fine because we learned from each other. That's fine.
And except for the rare time that skin impressions or feathers, fossils are found.
Yep. A lot of information that we get from fossils record, sometimes people imagine, okay, and basically what you just put on your pulled everywhere came from your imagination. You know, they are pretty much chemicals that you imagine that has color. But do they actually have color? Well, you be the judge. And like I said, this is like a learning curve. We start from knowing nothing, we think we know everything, and then we discover that we actually have a lot of things to learn. Well, and over the time I found out and I discovered that I met a lot of friends, and these are perfumer, Thai perfumer. Do you know that we also have a lot of perfumer in Thailand? And these perfumer, they made perfume for international brands, global stage, global brand. Next, please. And well, this is the group that I befriend with, and this guy. He's the owner of Vive Perfume. I invite him to become, well, my guest in one of my class, and then that was the starting point. By the way, do you know what those flags are? Yeah, it's LGBTQ flags. Next, please. And then I got invited to blend a perfume, okay, for the Pride event in last June, okay, and this was the beginning, okay, but then I think that's not right, because if you try to call something or name something, it's going to be for just that group of person. What if you are not LGBT? Can't you wear or appreciate this kind of thing? So, next please. Well, in the development of this perfume, well, I wrote this and I insist to put these wordings in the box as well. We think we know love, okay? We think we have love and we think we are loved. Love comes in many forms, but sometimes we overlook the true significance of love and may not even see different ways of love other than what we are used to. When we are reminded, it helps us see the existence of love, because love is love. Our love is not different from anyone else's love. Our love is equally meaningful, beautiful, and valuable. How can I create a scent that delivers this sensibility? So we start from, I'm not sure if you can see, this hologram actually consists of 6 colors that has 6 petals. Okay.
What do those petals represent?
Flowers. Okay, and these come from 6 different kind of flowers, and I'm not sure if Ajahn Khwan has tried it.
Yeah, I just went to the Vive Perfume yesterday actually and tried several.
So let's see, what do you pick?
How much does this one cost?
About 3,000?
2,990 is going to be 3,250 next month.
Okay. What flower do you smell and which color? Dai
I like this here.
I feel like it's a mixture of all.
I know it's a mixture. It's mixed with the other scents.
I feel like it's the mixture of A, B, and C all together. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah. Like it's all together at once.
it's conceptual, it's abstract, and it's what meant to be, you know. And interestingly, you know, when you try it on skin, like Khwan said, he likes it when it's in the air, but when he tries on skin, he doesn't like it. And interestingly, when you try it on your skin, on different skin, it projects different flowers. Okay, that's the secret behind all this scent chemistry. Okay, next please. And instead of the flags, I asked the owner, Kun Pet, to design something universal, something non-LGBTQ, but still with hope. So instead of rainbow, he represents this with balloon. Okay, and the scene is from 1970s, where the riots started. And the name, well, you can see my name is here. And then the name, so I co-create the scent with the brand, and I named this perfume Egalite, which means equality in French. Okay, next please.
Why did you choose that name?
Why not? Because I want to represent equality. Okay, so next please. So you remember Kun Saipan? Okay, next please. And I met her. I think this is Kun Saipan, the one who has like 3,000 bottles of perfume, and this is Kun Teng, the one that blend mantra Andaman. Khwan likes that one, yeah. And on the right,
Is she the person on the left or on the right?
this is me. If you don't remember, this is me. By the way, on the right, that one I took the photo with the owner of Myth. Okay, so if you don't know, I'm not sure if you know the brand of perfume called Myth, MITH, that stands for Made in Thailand. Okay, next please. Yeah, this is Kun Teng, and Kun Dusadi, she designed the tuberose flower, the tuberose perfume, okay, with the brand. And yeah, last month I also got invited to a master class with Thierry Wasser. That this guy, he is the right now director and also in-house perfumer of Guerlain. I'm not sure if you have heard this brand before, Guerlain. Yes, no, Guerlain. Guerlain is the first brand ever that made perfume available for the public since 1900. Okay, and well, that was me with Thierry Wasser. And Guerlain is a family business that has been controlled and directed by Guerlain family. And Thierry Wasser, he is the first who is a non-Guerlain, okay, who has control over this. So, and he has made, I think, 400 something fragrances under his profile, a lot of perfume. And people collect perfume for different purposes. Like some can just have one and use for everything. But then, you know, I have reached the point that I don't just wear. I collect because of my my interpretation, okay, for different perfume. Like you can see here, well, I collect this. Well, this is one of my favorite brand called, the name is Francesca Bianchi. This one by Elisab, and I think that I'm the only one in Thailand who has the whole collection. This has been discontinued for some times. And I'm not sure if you can see that the green hand is actually a dragon hand. Okay, it has been made especially for that perfume. Yeah. So I collect for different reasons. And these are my collections. So, like Ravi has asked me, would it spoil? Would it turn bad? I said, if you keep it well, it will stay forever. But it has to be in the right condition. Like you can see here, I've ordered this cabinet. Okay, it has screen in the front, so it's enough to shield light and heat from outside. And yeah, these are so far my collection. Okay, next please. And how do you start? You know, like you said, it's a lot of things to learn. Normally we start from something easy, like here this collection is called Soliflor collection. Soli means single, So it has just one flower, the scent. But of course, the composition contains more than one for sure. But for example, jasmine. Jasmine should smell like jasmine, nothing else. But in fact, it might have sandalwood, it could have pepper, it could have musk or whatever in behind to construct the scent of jasmine. So start with something simple. Like I said, this collection is from the collection called Atelier des Fleurs from Chloé. So in this case, you have a chance to try all these. And I remember in this class, students have a chance to smell each of them. And afterward, we have, how to say this, like pop quiz, asking them to identify the unknown. So you have to smell 17 fragrances. And after an hour, you come back and smell the unknown samples, and then you have to identify what smell it is. It's not easy, for sure, because you have to create connections into your brain, and then you try to reflect afterward. Okay, next please. But like I said, people collect stuff for reasons. Some guys prefer to collect watches. Some big guys prefer to collect cars, you know. But in this case, well, I decided to collect perfume, but I purchase, of course, I'm not going to buy every perfume in the world, but I collect based on SDG 17. This is crazy. But as a scientist, as a biologist, and as a member of BE, what is SDG 17? SDG 17 stands for value that when we talk about, can you go back please? When we talk about economy, when we talk about development in the world, okay, start from no poverty. It has to come from, the fair trading. You don't have to like squeeze off someone's blood to get products out. It has to be fair. Zero hunger means that, well, people should also get compensation, okay, fair enough for their whatever they do. For health and well-being, these have to be safe. For human, for animals, and everything else. So we try to follow all these 17 goals. Okay, next please. And some brands. Okay, right now we have markets. Okay, that customers, especially in European markets, they focus a lot on green economy. They want to make sure that, okay, it comes from recycled materials. They come from, well, something that has turned benefits back to the social. Some brands say that, oh, every bottle that you buy, they plant one tree in the forest, for example. Next, please. So when it comes to the hand of a scientist who might be working behind R&D, research and development, you have to think about product design. The bottles that you have seen that I showed you guys, some of them are very distinctive, like the case of this brand, okay, Acqua di Parma. It has just one design, and then they change the color of the bottle. That's it. To keep it cheap, every time that you make new design, you have to pay a lot for the mold and production costs and everything. So try to keep it simple. So product design is important. Consumer choice influencing. Well, that's why we have a lot of reviewer, YouTubers. We have a lot of KOL, key opinion leaders in the world. And then it comes with like collaboration, and you also have to think about the waste materials. That the product that you produce has to be somewhat meaningful, and does not harm the environment in any ways. All right, next please. So now it has come to the end of my presentation. Every time, I'm not sure if it happens to you guys, but in the morning, I spend some time to think about what should I wear? Which perfume should I wear? For you guys, you wear uniform maybe or not. You have to think, you might think, what should you wear? Okay, like for girls, which bag, which shoes? But for me, well, I have to choose which perfume suits me best for the occasion, for example. Like the perfume that I'm wearing with me today, it's 40 years old. Okay, the perfume that I have today with me, and it has cinnamon. Okay, it has cinnamon in it. So this week I have dedicated myself for the scent that contains cinnamon. So if you have been following my YouTube or TikTok or whatever, or my IG, I usually post like my reel or shorts to summarize the notes that I have for each week. This week is Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving, and we are having Thanksgiving dinner afterward. So I have to think about what I'm going to wear this week. Thanksgiving, well, pumpkin, cinnamon, yes, that one. Well, today I'm wearing Dior Essence, okay, and it's about 40 years old, and it contains cinnamon as a part of the ingredients. Some people say that, oh, it's crazy. Yeah, for you maybe, but again, it's scent and sensibility. Okay, what is meaningful to me might mean nothing to you, and likewise. All right, and that's the end of my presentation.